Hello, everyone. This is Johnny555, and I am here with Adam. How are you, bro?
Good, man. How about you doing?
I'm good. Hey, like I said before that we went live, you look amazing, man.
Thanks, dude. I just hit the gym. That way I had a fresh pump just for this interview.
Oh, that's awesome. What do you work on today?
Back.
Oh, okay. Are you
Yeah.
like most people? Like, do you have like a particular muscle that you work like every day?
No, I wouldn't say every day. I mean, there's certain muscle groups that I try to grow. Like I've always had a big chest, and when I grew back, like my back grew rather quickly. So like my arms were something that I struggled with. So I try to hit them more frequently, but
Yeah.
I only hit them maybe like twice a week.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, All right, Adam. So let's start. So let's start with your current weight and height.
6 foot, and I'm probably right now probably sitting around 230.
Okay.
Normally I do weigh myself a little bit more, but we've been so busy around the holidays, it's kind of been difficult.
I know, man. Tell me about it. These holidays have harmed me, man. I gained like, what is it, like 10 pounds?
No way, really? Yeah, dude. We weren't even able to go home because we were doing so much work. But then we ended up friends of ours wanted to see us so bad. They uh, called us up and they're like, "Hey, you're getting tickets to Dallas right now to come hang out with friends." And we're like, "All right." So we just took a weekend off, or like, well, probably like 5 days off. Ate whatever we wanted to, did whatever we wanted to, and then came back and recovered for like a week.
But how you do it though? Because you have, I mean, I've been following you for a while and your body doesn't change. I mean, it's changing for the best. You look amazing, man.
I really appreciate that, man. So like actually the brand I have is like successful degenerates, and so it's like being able to like live the life you want or being who you want to be, but also like you can be successful at the same point. So I have like supplements that I take, throughout the work week to keep me like, geared towards work, geared towards the gym. And then that way I can like I'm I wish I could remember how I've been told that I by actually a therapist when I was on a TV show on Discovery Plus. She said that I live like explosion to explosion, so I'm very like, what's the next biggest thing? So like, if I party hard, I work hard, and so there's something to be said about it that has definitely gotten me to where I'm at. But it's you also need downtime every now and then too.
I bet. And I mean, and I'm pretty sure you're pretty successful in everything. I was looking at your Instagram. Your videos are so funny. Are you more into comedy?
What's that?
Are you more into comedy in your videos?
Comedy, man. I think I have a firm belief like people not might not always remember the words you say, but they always remember the way you make them feel. So it's kind of nice to like when people think like everybody has those people like you say their name and you're immediately pissed off. You're like, man, that person.
Yup.
But I kind of like the idea when you say like either successful degenerates or Adam, Kubatzke, it's like, oh, that's hilarious, and it brings a smile to the face, and that to me like is like enjoyment of itself.
And I think I'm one of those persons because every time when I see one of your videos popping up on my feed, I'm like, first of all, I'm like, wow, he looks amazing. And then, and second of all, I'm laughing because all your videos are funny, man.
Thanks, man.
Well, well, you have few different sizes on your videos. So you have you're funny, you do
Yeah,
comedy, but when people go to your Twitter, oh, that's
yeah,
a whole different thing.
it's a different wave. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
awesome. And
what's
I see
that?
people. No, that's awesome, man. And I see people joining right now. So, guys, keep putting comments, and then in a minute, I'm gonna be reading your comments. Let me
Okay.
ask Adam few questions, and then I'll be reading you guys. Okay. So, and also, if you wanna follow Adam, just click on the video description, and you'll see a link to his Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans. He has every social media out there. Not sure about TikTok. Are you into TikTok, man?
Actually, TikTok is where I got started at. So like a lot of the brand that is going to be like shown tonight is definitely the Adam side or Adam X Lee or Straight Bro Next Door. Um, the first thing, me and my ex started a page called Adam and Alana, and it
Oh.
blew up. And then when we split about, well, it's probably like 10 months ago now, I did a big shift to Successful Degenerates, which has been a brand I've been trying to create for a while. And so that page actually has about 2 million followers on it right now.
Oh
So that's
wow.
like the big one. And so, but it's been crazy because like with the breakup and the shift, and you have to stay within your niche, which was a couple's niche, and then continue to make content. Going through all this has been a little difficult. So I think I fell out of the algorithm slightly, but we're now that we're down in Vegas and we're like, you know, getting the ball rolling. I got my new assistant here who he goes by Nick Curious. We're starting him up, and we're starting this whole new thing, and so it's starting to go back to what it was. But that's where we do a majority of our comedy on, actually.
That's awesome, man. That's pretty impressive, actually. And like I said, your videos are hilarious, man. I'm always laughing when I'm looking at your videos. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I love to
And
hear that, man. That's the point, and like the cool thing is too, like, because we have such a like our platform is so diversified in so many
yep,
demographics that it is really like a platform where you can talk to everybody. And so we like
yep,
to bring, we just like to talk. The whole purpose of Successful Degenerates is like we want people to feel comfortable in the skin they're in, and so we appreciate everybody. You know what I mean? Like
yep.
we just support people.
That's awesome, man. And I see people leaving comments. So I have Joshua Corner there. He's like, "What's the story behind your arms tattoos?"
That's a good one. So I don't even know if we have enough time to go through all of them, but in a nutshell, I got like this one is from the Marine Corps. I was AAVs, which is like the tanks that go on water.
Okay.
So it's called Death from the Sea. So if you see us coming from the sea, it looks kind of like gators coming
Yep.
in tanks. Um, this one's a bull just because I'm a tourist. That was pretty self-explanatory. Um, but then when you get into the ones over here, um, there's like the Lady with Golden Eyes, which all these are usually songs over here or some type of like music. And so
Okay.
I, this is actually one of the most sentimental ones. So this is the one I'll actually say. Uh, Little known fact: about 6 years ago, I got off heroin because I was after I got out of the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
Um, I was prescribed the painkillers for a long time and everything, and so like went through a tough battle after the Marines of like mental stuff and everything else.
Mhm.
And so this is like the reminder that some things might look really pretty on the outside, but sometimes you kiss them and you can't get away. So that's the purpose of the song. It's written by Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue.
That's
But yeah,
interesting.
all these are different songs and stuff that meant something to me in my life, and so we ever have a chance to go through all of them, I'll tell you all about every one of them.
No, and that's interesting, man. How many tattoos do you have in total, though?
It's really the ones that are visual. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 so far.
Okay.
I was bodybuilding for a while, so the thing was is like I didn't have any tattoos. Well, I was doing classic physique, and my coach was like, "No tattoos, no tattoos, no tattoos." And then Chris Bumstead won Mr. Olympia, and I was like, "That dude's got forearm tattoos." And so he was like, "All right." So I was like, "Brrr."
And that's how you started.
"Yeah,
You
exactly."
know what? And that was gonna be one of my next questions. So, if you ever competed before, how many times have you competed, though?
Oh, excuse me. So I competed when I first got out of the Corps, which would have been 2013. I think the first one was in 2004, 2015, and I did like trying to think like maybe 5 to 6 shows around then, and I was usually winning like first, like between third and first place. Um, I attempted to go
Okay.
nationals at that point. It was just in the league. But as I was saying earlier, my battle with Percocets and everything at the time kind of won, and that was one of my eye openers. I was losing my career because of this like shit I was dealing with. So I didn't end up competing again until 2021, right after COVID, because of course tried in 2020, everything got
Yeah,
shut down, and then
I know.
2021 I competed, but I won that one, which is kind of a cool thing. It was for classic physique, and I was able to do Open Classic, and it was the biggest show in the Midwest. It was Midwest Championships,
Oh, that's
and so
awesome.
it's kind of yeah.
That's awesome, man. Were you nervous?
Of course, man. We showed up, dude. I hadn't competed in I don't know how many years. My fiance at the time was competing with me for her, like one of her first shows. Well, actually, I'm sorry, she hadn't competed in like 4 years either, and coming back, you want to like own the game, like you left, and the first words out of the hey, well, because it was right after COVID, so everybody wanted to compete. We have literally the biggest ever competition known to like the history of the NPC.
Wow.
The average like 200 to 250 people on a big one. They're like, there's 643 competitors here today, and I'm like, fuck.
Damn, that's impressive.
Right? It was a really cool comeback. It was a great feeling to like get back in that. I haven't stepped on stage since, just because I've been focused on the business, but like it was cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Because one thing, like for me, one thing is like doing live stream and all that. Because I'm just like, I feel like it's just like a one-on-one thing. But being in like in front of a lot of people, that will be a different story, man.
Yeah, it is totally different. And posing is a sport in itself.
That's
The lifting one thing and you can look great, but posing all the right way, man, that's like that's a challenge.
that's impressive, man. I respect that, man. So I see,
Thank you.
I see people putting comments. Kenny, he's like, I just follow his Twitter, looking really good. Oh, I
You'll
agree
see
with
some
that.
on there.
I agree with that. And now, if you check the OnlyFans, oh, that's a different story.
It gets even better.
Joshua Connor, the age-old guy question: boxers brief or boxers? What are you wearing now? Ooh.
I got these
Oh, the briefs. Oh, there you go.
I think that's right. Yeah, not boxes. These are briefs.
Okay, and those are your favorites? That style?
I usually, yeah, not like super tight. I like them like a little bit loose, but like I just can't do boxers, man. They like crumple up on my like my legs and stuff.
Well, you know what? I had to ask, but I kind of knew because I've been checking your Twitter pretty often, and
Right? If you want my skin tight stuff, you can't have boxes in.
oh, that's funny. And then what else we have in there? So love his tattoos. Does he know that no one is into? Oh, come on, come on. That's a funny one. I'm gonna skip you. And Joshua Connor, let's go, Joshua. So, what workout routines would you recommend for bigger biceps? What's working out for you?
Only hit like in like a higher for sure. Like a lot of people are like thinking that you have to go heavyweight to get big.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like a lot of research has been done about just like really like is like doing uh what I'll do is I'll start my workout like of course with a warm up, but I'll do like heavy barbell curls. I mean, I'm really not hitting anything lower than 6 reps. That's really low. But
Okay.
then there'd be like 6 to 10 reps on barbell curls. And as soon as I'm done, I drop, or excuse me, I superset it with like 20 reps of like really light barbell curls. So it's like really like it's a ton of like so it's called high volume working out where you're just crushing it. And I try to hit heavy weights mixed with lighter weights. And also, have you ever checked out those like those grips, the fat grips?
Yeah.
I had honestly, I can't say I've used them in a while, but when I did when I was competing, I want to say I gained at least like a half inch on my arms. They really helped at the time, and I have them, but I just always forget to put them on. But I'm also not competing right now, so I'm not as concerned with like certain inches to certain body parts at the moment.
Man, but even though you're not competing, you look amazing, man.
Thank you,
How's
dude. I appreciate it.
no, man? What's your diet like? Do you have issues? Because that's one of my biggest issues, to be honest, man. I think I'm kind of getting there in the working out thing, but
Yeah.
food, I'll suck at food.
So I'm like, I was born more ectomorphic, like more lean, but not a whole lot of muscle at the time. So for
Okay.
me, Reddit has always been easier. But I did hit like, I'm 32 now. I'm gonna be turning 33 this year. So like your body does start changing. I definitely notice I can't crush like 4 pizzas, not that I've ever crushed 4 pizzas, maybe like 2 pizzas, and then just feel great the next day. Um, but I I try to balance it. I try to always focus. I'm not like a big sweet tooth, so I'm not like I'm currently not on like a
Same here,
huge
man.
meal, but like I love savory stuff. I love fatty stuff, and so for me, if I go anywhere, even if I go to like freaking like Taco Bell, which I haven't eaten in a while, but like even if I'm going to somewhere like that and I know it's a disgusting meal, no matter what I'm ordering, I'm never ordering like just cheese and like bread or just like I'm always trying to get as much meat as I possibly can with the leanest meat.
Okay.
At least if you're like, I guess if you put on weight easier, maybe cut those things out.
Yeah,
But for me, I do Panda Express and I get the teriyaki chicken with white rice and veggies, and like it still tastes great. You can still get all the teriyaki sauce on it you want.
I
It's
love
kind of
Panda
like a
Express.
yeah, same dude. And but that's what I eat a lot of times. And just staying consistent on that and trying not to veer too far from like I do eat pizza. Like my diet is not the like greatest, but like you have to look at your activity level versus
Yeah.
what your intake is, and also your body type. So I know for me, I can get away a little bit more with eating disgusting, but I can't get away with eating nothing because my body will just start to like eat itself kind of thing.
Huh. That's interesting. I wish my body would react like that, man.
Yeah, right.
So I have a comment right there from LA Music. He's like, I cannot find his Twitter under his name. What's the link? So if you want to follow Adam, guys, like I said before, just click on the description of the video, and there is a link to his link tree, which you will find his Instagram, OnlyFans, Twitter, and I would recommend you to go check the Twitter and OnlyFans because you'll see a lot of content there.
Yeah, there's plenty in there.
Plenty. And Joshua Corner, I'm surprised Adam was wearing trunks. He'd be rocking those brief on Instagram. Oh, I think I've seen that post.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I got a few things. I got like um one a friend of mine actually runs. I don't know if you've seen the Grand Access trunks that I have. The
Yep.
yeah, that Stephen Grant is a friend of mine, and so he sends me stuff all the time, and
Oh,
like just a good ass dude. Like I'm not necessarily sponsored by him or anything like that, but we always help each other out. But those, I'm not gonna lie, those are probably my favorite trunks that I got, and they're called posing trunks, but they're literally like,
yep.
a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yep. I've seen them. I've seen them on
yeah.
you.
They're nice, man, and I mean they fit like a lot of people, a lot of different bodies too. Believe it or not, like yeah, my friends always try them on. Now, if we're going to the local pool, maybe they're not gonna wear them, but we're having a little after party at our house. They'll definitely put them on, you know.
That's funny, man. I will need to look a little bit close to you to wear them. So I'll. And then I have
That's funny.
Terrence. So Terrence is asking if you can do peg bounce. Do you know how to do peg bounce?
Yeah, like this.
Yup. Pretty much everyone that I have interviewed, man, knows how to do peg bounce.
Yeah, I feel it's like the first thing you learn right after you learn the bench press, you know.
Yup. I definitely need to do a little bit more, cause you
Yeah,
know.
it takes a
And
little bit, but I mean, I remember watching what was his name, Terry Crews back in the day. Dude, he like flexes his biceps and fucking chest, and, like individual abs and stuff.
yup.
That was nuts.
And Joshua Corner, he's like, great questions. Can Adam do peg bouncing and posing? Well, you did already peg bounce. Can you do posings?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, if you're looking for like, I got my routine that I used to do. It's been a while since I've done it,
What's
but
the
we could.
routine? Show us your routine.
All right. Here, well,
Dun, 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 dun. It sucks that I cannot put music here, man, or else I would.
I we have the same issues on TikTok and everything else too.
Yup.
So
Wow. Oh
we
wow.
got.
You have an amazing physique, man.
Thanks, man.
Honestly. What do you people think? What do you think, Terence? Joshua? L Music? Oh wow! You said that you don't want to compete anymore, but if you, I think you're ready for for competing, man.
Yeah, I try to like the perfect body thing is like, a month or two out from a show. Like, because once you get too lean, it's just like ridiculous. You can't keep up with that body type. But keeping your body right about here is usually what I try to. But if I did do another show, I'd like to bulk. Pack up on the biceps a little bit, triceps. But other than that, right now I'm just trying to stay happy with my body. Like
Oh, I
keep
would be happy if I had your body, man. Wow. And Joshua Connor, he has an amazing physique, right, Joshua? Cyclope. He's fire. He's on fire, huh? So guys, like I said, so guys, like I said, if you wanna follow and if you wanna see more of Adam, just click on the description of the video, and you'll see a link to his Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans. Look at that! Doesn't he look amazing? Oh, Joshua Connor, that's
Yeah, man.
awesome.
It was a while since I hit those. I'm out of breath now.
That is awesome, man. You honestly look amazing.
I really
Okay, Adam.
appreciate that.
So there is like a little activity, like funny questions that I ask related to the gym. It's a game that I kind
Okay.
of play with everyone, and
Yeah,
there's no exceptions, man. Are you ready?
I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah.
Cyclope, nice muscle butt. Ooh. And if you want to see more, just click on the link. All right, Adam. So, 5 questions. The first five
All right.
questions are called "What's your reaction?" Because no matter what you say, it's just seeing your reaction.
I like this.
All right. So, what's your reaction? You are working out on a treadmill, and the person next to you smells bad. What do you do?
Today at the gym, I realized everybody has like that one day, and I went to do pull downs, man, and I went like this, and I came down and I was like, oh man, someone smells around me, and I was like, oh fuck,
Oh
it's me,
no!
and I'm like, I showered the deodorant, and I'm like, oh no, so I went downstairs and washed myself up real quick, but if you're running at the gym and you just stink to hell and you don't do anything about it, you don't realize it kind of thing, I might try to step a treadmill or two over. Yeah.
You know,
Let them own like a scent.
I feel you on that, man. It has happened to me, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm almost done with my workout.
Yeah, right.
All right. Second question. So, what's your reaction? Someone wants to use the equipment you're using, and they ask if they can work out with you. Would you let them?
Yeah, actually, I very often that happens. Like, and so I don't know. I'm overly friendly without even thinking about it. Sometimes, like usually if someone's looking, I'm like, hey, yeah, you want to work in? Even if in my head I'm like, damn it, like, but I'll find a way around it. Like, I don't like, I'm never upset about it or anything like that. Like, I just naturally like, if the gym's busy, man, I get it. Like, let's try to knock this out the best we can together. The only time I wouldn't really is like, if I'm like 2 weeks outside of like a show, and which I haven't done it at a big gym here, but like when I was in my small town in Illinois, it was so small, everybody knew what was going on. So like most people knew, oh, he's about like 2 weeks out from his show, so they wouldn't ask and they wouldn't do it. But I still try to be friendly or explain to him like, hey, right now I just can't.
Oh, and that's understandable, man. I mean, if you're ready for a competition, trying to get ready, and it's almost the time, I'll try not to bother you, right?
But I do, so I want to make sure that I'm
Yeah.
looking my best.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, third question. What's your reaction? You just got to the gym and all the equipment is in use, and you just talked about that.
Dude, it happened tonight, bro.
It happens, especially
Yeah.
after work. For
I
some reason,
know.
especially after work.
And it's January, so
I
everybody's
know.
there, right? But I'm pretty good at like. I was a trainer for a while. I've been working out since I was 16. I'm 32 now, so I guess it's 16 freaking years. Wow. um, so I'm pretty good at if my regiment hasn't been so strict in a while, even when I had my own like trainer and stuff like that. Usually my
Yeah.
trainer, all my trainers have mostly told me like, hey, whatever you're doing for your workout seems to work. We're gonna let you continue with that. Every now and then I pick their brain to find out things they do and I add it to my workouts. But I've been doing it for so long that I'm pretty good at like, okay, this is taking this taking this taking. I can make something up over here real quick until I get over here.
Yeah, man. Because honestly, and I don't blame your trainers because you look amazing, man. So
Thanks, man.
I'll say the same thing. Whatever you're doing is definitely working out for you. So keep doing it,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate that, man. It's a lot. I tell you what, the biggest trick really is convincing your body that you need to go to the gym, so it never feels like work. Like for me, it's the music, and even my roommate. He's like my best friend, but at the gym, I think he thinks I'm an asshole because like I don't talk to him, I don't laugh at him. Like he's trying to make jokes from across the room, and I explained to him, I'm like, hey man, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just so in the zone. It's like my mental clarity for the day. I'm like everything that's ever pissed me off since I was 2 years old is like going into this freaking workout. And when I do that, man, that's when I like you tap into adrenaline. And if you can control your adrenaline to where you're not getting injured, because that was me when I was younger and I've made some dumb fucking mistakes and went too hard, I'm too heavy. But if you can control that, dude, it is like a freaking high at the gym. Like Arnold says, like, I'm coming at the gym and I'm coming in the home and like,
So you're
you
the kind
know.
of person that when you go to the gym, you're focusing. I was picturing you differently. I mean, because I was watching your videos on
Yeah.
on Instagram, and you're like, and it's comedy. So I was picturing you like being funny in the gym and trying to make jokes with your friends. So you just focus.
I am, man. Some days I really am. Like when I was back home and being more playful, like I can make jokes. I'm always jamming to music, so I'm always in like a positive mood. Like even when I get angry, I'm still happy. If that makes sense because it's like I'm angry, but I'm like like oh that felt great. Like it's running on that gym high. Like
It's working out for you.
yeah, yeah. For me, that's really what it is. It's like the when I hit the gym, man, it's like my chance to kind of like get high. And that's what it is. Like everybody's got their thing. But when you're at the gym and you just get that freaking pump, dude, well, however you got it, like it's a great feeling.
Everyone got their thing. I'm still looking for mine. All right. So so fourth question. So you want to use this equipment. There's a sweaty guy. He leaves, but he doesn't clean it. What do you do?
uh I've definitely been that person who hasn't cleaned up their equipment. I'll re-rack all
Oh,
my weights. I will re-rack all my weights, but like I definitely have not. Like I've and if I see someone else going for the equipment, I always wipe it down. But like if he's fresh off of there and the dude stinks, like I'm wiping that shit down. Chances are like 95% I wipe it down. There has been times or two where like after being in the Corps, man, and like dealing with all the shit we dealt with, like working out on ship and stuff like that, or working out like in, overseas, you're just kind of like, well, it's not that really big of a deal. As long as I'm not sitting in a pool of sweat, I'm usually not too disgusted by that. Maybe that makes me a little disgusting, but like, you know, is
yep.
what it is.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Right.
I think I've done it too. So
Right.
all right. So fifth question. So what's your reaction? You're working out, and there is this person is staring at you all the time and super obvious. What do you do? Has
That's
it
a good.
happened
Is
to
it
you?
a Yeah, yeah, yeah. And for various reasons too. I mean, uh, like there's depends if it's a girl or a guy. If it's a girl, I'm probably no matter what, I'm probably gonna like maybe talk to her a little bit, like right as I leave, like depending if I've been into her too. But I'm very friendly with everybody. If I see people smiling, like since I got to this gym down here in Vegas, so I purposely not talk to anyone because once I do get too friendly, then you
Hmm.
walk in, everybody wants to talk the whole time. But my pattern is like who I normally am. If someone's usually staring, uh, Usually it's guys who want advice at the gym, and or
Okay.
lately, like someone recognizes me off social media and stuff like that. So I don't try to be like an asshole, but like I try to be, because I don't want to be like, "Oh, do you recognize me on social media?" Like I'm not that guy. But I try to seem
Oh,
approachable because like I want them to be able to like come over and say something if they want to, and so it happens a lot. Um, but I guess in that situation, I just try to be approachable as if I can be, unless I'm like really out and it's like the person who's like annoyingly like that way, like they're like trying to talk to you, like waiting for you to have your headphones out. Then I can give them the cold shoulder. That's a little bit.
that's funny, man. So, and how? What's your reaction like when you see people like, and they're like, "Hey, I've seen you on social media." What's your reaction? What do you do, or how do
it
you
feels
take it?
it feels good, really. Like, I've been doing it for about 3.5 years, and so like different waves of the social media train have like showed itself, meaning like, when you're really doing good and you're hitting millions of views, like people recognize you. When me and my ex were together, I used to have like a blonde mohawk at one point, and she was a redhead, and so like with fair skin, so everywhere we went, like big cities, always noticed like once or twice while we're in the city, and so that was always cool. And then there's times where like when we split, I started doing other stuff, or the views are lower, then people don't recognize you as much. So when it happens, it's cool. It's fun to see what people really think about your comedy, like
Yeah.
um and so I love it because it's kind of like a surreal moment. I came from a small town. I came from like real dirt poor. So when someone's like, "Man, your video made my day a little bit better just because I laughed," I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome." That's the whole point of the
Oh,
page,
that's awesome. That's
right?
I've been that person too, man. Like sometimes, like when I'm waking up, the first thing, for some reason, the first thing that I do, open up my cell phone and go to Instagram, start watching
Yeah.
videos. And that's true. Like when I see like some of your videos, for example, oh, like I one came to my mind. So
Which one?
uh the one in the woods. Oh, you guys are big. Or you said something about, oh, you guys are huge. And I was thinking, that was the whole
Yeah.
point, right? That was the whole point. And I was like, huh, what is this? And then you're in the woods. I'm like, oh, the trees.
Yeah.
I was thinking something else.
Yeah. That's funny. Like that one, me and my assistant came up with that back when I was with my ex. We had an assistant named Hannah, and she would sit with me, and we bounce ideas off each other. And we're sitting next to the woods, and we're trying to we're like, what could be funny? Like wood. Like, you got wood. I was like, I feel like we've used it too many times. And I think I would say out of all the content ever made, even on Adam and Lana, like I've always been the one to come up with the content. Like Alana had her own thing to do, and even now, like obviously, it's more me running the page than ever before. But 98% of the content has been mine. But I got to give that one to Hannah. She came up with that idea.
Well,
So
that was a really good one. And then you see me there
yeah.
at 5 in the morning laughing. No, no, no. All
Yeah.
right. So Adam, we're almost done here. I'm gonna let you rest. Let me read some of the last comments,
Yeah.
and then I'll let you rest, man. Okay?
All
It's been fun. It's been
right.
fun. I don't want to let you go, but I have to let you go.
It's okay.
So, Joshua Corner rocking those blacks. I think Adam cured my overtime hangover. Were you hangover, Joshua? And then Terrence, he's like, how were you able to learn how to peg dance?
Hey,
Yeah.
the quickest. But bodybuilders, what we're trying to do is like focus so heavily on the muscle to get it to flex to work on that one muscle group versus our body like naturally wants to like recruit all the muscles. Like if you're curling, your body's not like, I want big biceps to pick up chicks or dudes at the beach. They're thinking, uh, it's thinking like I just want to pick up this weight as easy as possible. So it'll recruit your shoulders and your chest. So when you start to do like more myoconnection workouts where you're really
Yeah.
trying to a muscle, you'll end up building like the neurons that go to that muscle, and it'll become like writing with a pencil. Like when you first picked up a pencil, you dropped it, you didn't know how to write with it. And so it's really just building that connection and just continuously trying to flex the muscles until you can get good and just keep going. So that's really what it is.
You
I've been
make
trying to
it
do
se-
stuff.
you make it seem so simple, but it's not. But it's not. One
It
day,
takes
man.
time.
One day I'll be able to do it. One
I
day.
appreciate it. You
Super
gotta let me
close,
know when
like
you can.
maybe in 5 more years.
I'll be there for it.
And then what else? So Adam looks amazing. Luis Mario. And then Theo Dale, super sexy. And Joshua Corner. I agree. Adam has a geek gut aesthetic. Yep. And like I
Thank
said, guys, so if you wanna follow Adam, just click on the description of the video, and you'll see a link to his Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans. If you wanna see more, OnlyFans. Okay.
you.
All right, bro. So we'll let you go. Can we end up with some postings, maybe?
Yeah, of
What
course, dude.
What
We'll
do
do
you
this.
guys say? What do you guys say? Whoa, look at that. Doesn't he look amazing? Honestly.
I'll see the thing that the bodybuilders do. They shake it and
Say that again. You cannot break down.
the bodybuilders, they do this thing like they shake the quad first and then they like flex it right away.
Yup. And I've seen one in TikTok. It was with the arm, right? Flex it like this, and bam. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I don't know. You cut out. What was that one more time?
So like you're flexing your arm, but it looks kind of thin, and
Yeah.
then you're like, bam.
Yeah. The one I think it was five things about being single or something like that.
It's been a long time. I don't remember, but it might be. But look at that. Wow. What do you guys say? Joshua Corner, fire, hearts, peach. Those glutes, though. Beautiful body. I agree with you guys.
of
Honestly. Well, thank you, bro. Look
course,
at
man.
that. Well, thank you, Adam. It was nice having you here, man. I had fun. I really enjoyed your company. We learned, and it was fun.
It was a good time, man. I'm glad to have been here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
No, man. Thank you for accepting and being here with us. I really appreciate that. And thank you guys for being here also, okay? So, like I said, if you want to see more, just click on the link and it'll take you straight to Adam. I'm pretty sure everyone is following you already. So,
That's great. I love it. I can't wait
thank
to
you.
see them all.
Awesome. Me too.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Take care, okay?
You too, brother. Have a great day.
You too.